Hey, how are you doing, supercoders? Welcome back to my new lecture. And in this lecture, we will be solving this amazing question, which is going to test out actually your logical thinking. So let's get ahead with the problem statement. Okay, before watching this video, if you have not watched my lecture on count of digits, I highly suggest you that do go and watch that lecture again so that you revise the concepts which you have learned in that particular lecture so that you understand this lecture better. Okay, now the problem statement in inverse of a number is that basically we will be given a number that will be stored in the variable n, and the key constraint for the input n is for that number is that if that number is 5 digits long, then it should contain all the digits from 1 to 5, and no digit should be missed and no digit should be repeated. Also, we need to know what are the invalid inputs. These are some of the invalid inputs, and now we have to return the inverse of a number. So inverse of a number is basically the interchanging of the face value and index of the digits. So let's directly get towards the open board and understand what are the various inputs that are valid and what are the various inputs that are invalid. So for example, if the user is entering a number which is 5 digits long, so the valid input can be 5, 3, 1, 2, 4. Why is this valid? The reason for that is this complete number is 5 digits long and it has used all the digits from 1 to 5. This is the reason, and also no digit is repeated. Now if I write this is an invalid input. The reason for that is 2 digits are repeated over here, and also since this is a 5 digit number, 4 is not a digit over here, so it's invalid. This is also an invalid input. If I write over here, this is invalid as well, and this is also invalid. Although there is no repetition over here, still the digit 1 hasn't come even once in this number, in this complete number. If the number was 4 digit long, for example, the number was 1, 2, 3, 4, then this is an invalid. This is a valid input because this is a 4 digit long number and we are using all the digits from 1 to 4. But if I write this, then this is an invalid input. The reason for that is 2 digits are repeated and also the digit 4 is not there. And if the number was a 3 digit number, then this is a valid input, but this is an invalid input. This is also an invalid input because 1 hasn't come even once. Okay, I hope that you would have understood what are the valid and invalid inputs. Now I want you to focus on what is the inverse of a number. So while I am writing the question, you need to carefully see it, because within the question, while I am explaining the question, there will be certain observations that I will be taking out of them. So kindly look very carefully while I am explaining the question. Do not skip this particular part of the question explanation. Okay. So for example, the number is this is the original number and this is the inverse number. So let's say this is the original number 3, 1, 2, 4 and 5. So these are the original digits and this is the original position. So the original position is basically starting from here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now if I want to calculate the inverse of this number, the inverse of this number is nothing but I am starting from this is the original position, this is the original digit. Okay, and now since I have to assign, we have to interchange the position and the digits. So I am saying that this is the new position and this is the new digit. And since the positions will be only from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I've written already over here, and the new digit, that's what we have to find. So as I'm going through the complete program, as I'm traversing the complete original digit or this complete number, kindly make sure you give your full attention to it, because from over here only I'm going to pick up certain observations, and those observations I'm going to write over here after I'm done with the complete traversal of this number starting from here. So first, I will say that I'm starting from position 1. So OP is 1 and I see that the original digit is 5. Okay. Now the new position will be this original digit is equal to this original digit, and the new digit will be equal to this original position. So this becomes 1 over here. Then I go towards the second position, and on the second position the digit is 4. So over here the old new position becomes 4 and the new digit becomes 2. Okay. Then I go over here over to the third position. The third position, the digit is 2. So over here on the second position, see over here, this is the second position. On the second position, 3 will come. Okay. I should write the same thing here as well. That on the fifth position there was 1. Okay. And on the fourth position there is 2. So I have written 2. On the second position there is 3. So I have written 3. Carefully see it over here. I am again telling you that original digit over here has now become the new position, and the original position has now become the new digit. And now we are on the original position 4 and we find that the original digit is 1. Now this original digit becomes the new position. So new position 1 and the new digit becomes 4. So on the first position we are putting 4. Okay. Now we are going to the next position, that is position 5. And on position 5 I see that there is 3. So this 3 is actually the new position. This is the new position and this is the new digit. This original position becomes the new digit. So on third position I have to put 5. If you would have carefully seen the complete question explanation, you would have noticed certain things over here. So what are those things? Let's see it over here. Now carefully see what I am doing and tell me whether you are understanding this or not. Let's say that I start out with this number 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, and now I'm going to divide this by 10. The reason why I divided this by 10, why I took the divisor as 10 only, is that first I am separating 5 from it and I am separating only last digit. And when I want to separate the last digit and the digit is only 1 that I am going to separate, can I say that this I can take out with the help of the remainder? And when I want that the remainder is of 1 digit, then I take the divisor to be 10. If you are coming from my count of a digits video, then you definitely know this particular thing, that why am I saying this? Have I rhymed? Okay. I'm a rapper basically. So now let's just divide this. So the remainder is 5 and the quotient is 3, 1, 2, 4. So can I say that the original digit, this is the, if I write over here original position and original digit, at original position 1 the original digit is 5. So on the new position, and I am here writing new digit, so the new position will become, I should make some mark over here, and this is another mark. Okay. Now for the new position it will become 5 and the new digit will become 1. Now carefully see one thing over here. If I initially write that the value of inverse is nothing but these are the 5 positions, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and on each position there is 0. So I am saying that initially the value of inverse is nothing but 0. And now if I want on 5th position the digit 1, so I have to write 1 over here. And if I want that the value of inverse now has 1 on the 5th position, so can I say that I add plus and then 1000 to it, 10,000 to it? Can I say that from over here that to the initial value of inverse I have added nothing but 10,000? Okay, now let's go ahead and see some more things. Now I'm dividing again this number 3124 by 10 and I'm getting the remainder 4. So this 4 is at the second position. Okay. Now the new position is 4 and the new digit is 2. So if I want 2 to be on the position 4, so what I have to simply do is write 2 over here And if I want 2 to be placed at this position in the inverted number or in the inverse of the number, then I have to put zeros over here, 3 zeros over here, and I have to add to this particular value 2000. Now you must be wondering that by what value am I multiplying this? How many zeros will come over here? How would I know? So can I say that this is nothing but this original digit, sorry, this new digit into some multiplier, and this is also this new digit into some multiplier. Now we need to find the value of this multiplier. Carefully see over here. When the position was 5, the number of zeros were 4. And when the position is 4, the number of zeros in the multiplier are 3. So multiplier is nothing but 10 to the power. If the position is np, then the multiplier is 10 to the power np minus 1. Okay. And each time I'm getting this value, what I have to simply do is add this to the already calculated value of inverse. So up till here it has become very easy. I'm simply going to do this one thing, that I've got the value of inverse initially as 0. Then each time I find the value of this new digit, what I am simply going to do is new digit into multiplier. And the value of multiplier we have already calculated. Okay. Now you would be asking what is new digit and new position. Basically we have, this is observation 1. Observations can be in any order. Okay, because while we are doing the program, while we are doing the calculation and observing things, observations can come in any order. So this new digit is nothing but the original position. Okay, and this new position is nothing but the original digit. See over here. So new position is original digit. This is the second observation. Third observation is that this original digit is actually the remainder when we divide this number by 10. So original digit is number modulus 10. Okay, and each time we are getting this quotient. What is this quotient? Basically when n is divided by 10, this is the quotient, and this quotient becomes the dividend for this particular step. Let me divide it now. 312 and the remainder is 4. Okay, then I again divide by 10. It gives me 31 as the quotient, and the remainder is 2. So when the remainder is 2, it means that the original digit is 2 and the position has become 3. Okay, from here you can see that each time I'm adding 1 to the original position. So my fourth observation I'm writing over here. Fourth observation is at each step OP is 1 is added to the already calculated value of OP, and this will go on as we have already seen in our count of digits video. This will go on till the value of n is greater than 0. Okay, so far so good, and we have already calculated our answer. So I'm directly going to code this particular thing. Also, this one thing, that this quotient is basically nothing but this dividend is nothing but the quotient that we calculated over here, and the quotient that we calculated is this is the quotient. So this quotient becomes the new dividend. So can I directly write n is equal to n by 10? We have already seen this n number of times in our count of digits, and then printing the digits in the reverse order video. Directly I'm going to write while n is greater than 0. First we put the value of OP as 1, because initially we were taking the value of OP as 1, and initially we were taking the value of inverse as 0. Yes, till here it is done. Then each time we were calculating the value of original digit. As you can see over here, the original digit is n modulus 10, and the quotient is n divided by 10, and this quotient becomes the remainder. Okay, so original digit is equal to n modulus 10, and this n. Okay, and after each iteration I have to add 1 to the value of OP, and this n is stored, the quotient, when n is divided by 10, this quotient is stored in the dividend for the next step, or I can say that this quotient becomes the dividend for the next step. And when dividend is stored inside n, so I'm directly writing this one thing. This we have calculated number of times, so I'm not going to explain it again. And NP, as we already know, that NP is equal to OD. We have seen it in the observations as well, that NP is equal to OD and ND is equal to OP. So ND is equal to OP. And now also the inverse of the number is nothing but the previous inverse value, calculate the previous calculated value of the inverse. And to this we will be adding the new digit star the and multiplied by multiplier. And what is this multiplier? Basically power 10 to the power np minus 1. We have seen this as well. And now I guess our answer is done. I just need to print this answer, and then we are done with our program. And then we can do the tab as well. Yes, we are done. I suggest you to watch the complete video, and this was a dab worthy video, so I am doing a quick dab, decoders dab. With this I end this video. I hope that you would have understood the complete concept.